Yes, Serengeti Energy is a new name in African energy, but the company has been around for quite a while, albeit with a different name. It was Responsibility Renewable Energy Holdings, and Responsibility of Renewable Energy Holdings, or RARE, merged with the REH Group in 2021, and we've then formed Serengeti Energy, a company which is now a fully independent corporate entity. We're governed with our own board, and we have, of course, our shareholders who also take an active interest in the affairs of the company. Well, Serengeti Energy at the moment is a company which has 45 megawatts of capacity in operation across 7 operating hydroelectric plants. By the end of the year, we will have 75 megawatts of capacity in operation because we'll be bringing 2 new solar PV plants into operation, one in Malawi, one in Sierra Leone. But our ultimate goal, if I can express it in those terms, is to have 300 megawatts of capacity in operation by the end of this decade. So our vision is not a woolly vision. It's a vision very much focused on some clear objective targets. And so to do that, we need to become a business which can get 2 new projects into construction each year. We typically operate in the range of 5 to 50 megawatt plants. So with an average of 15 to 20 megawatt per plant, 2 new projects into construction each year. If we can do that regularly, routinely over the course of the next sort of 6 or 7 or 8 years, we will get to that kind of goal. So our vision is very much based on becoming this larger, more geographically diverse business. We operate in 5 countries at the moment. I think ultimately we'll be operating in around 10 countries. So we'll be a larger business operating at scale everywhere from Freetown to Cape Town, with a significant presence in the markets in which we operate. Well, we've got a very high quality, high caliber group of investors. We have KfW from Germany, Nordic Development Fund, Norfund, and then more recently with our just closed $80 million capital raise, we're bringing on board Swedfund, Proparco, and Stoa. So we have this supportive group of investors who are all looking for impact, the impact of the things that we do in the communities and the markets in which we operate. But I think increasingly now our investors are going to expect us to move towards delivering profitability, to delivering returns on investment, as well as that impact that we've already proved that we can deliver. So I think it's now a combination of those things which a more mature, well-resourced business can deliver. And that's very much our focus for the next few years, is making that transition to more projects, more plants, operating in more markets, and providing good returns to our investors, because our ultimate intention is to get this business to the size and state where it can be listed, and we can go through an initial public offering so that we can increase our access to capital, and that will provide an exit for our existing investors if they should so choose. And that, of course, is the way that capitalism is supposed to work. So we're very much looking forward to that. The largest challenges I think we can see at the moment they come in a number of shapes and sizes. I mean, ours is a business which is highly reliant on finding good project opportunities, where there are good resources, connections to the grid, and where we can work with local communities and host governments, and where we can find good relationships with our off-takers, with our customers. So there's a combination of factors which add up to create the challenges that we need to deal with. Having said that, of course, the markets in which we operate are subject to international events. We see higher interest rates coming through. We see challenges brought about by energy costs and food costs going up for a lot of the countries in which we operate. On the other hand, we see ourselves as part of the solution. Renewable energy is now highly cost effective in comparison to traditional thermal sources of generation. So we we see ourselves as part of the solution, and part of our challenge is to help our host governments see that in the same way that we do, so that ultimately, we can do the business that we need to do for the benefit of them and their customers. Any company that's going to be successful has to think about its success against a range of criteria. The obvious one is profitability. We also need to get an acceptable return on our investors' capital. If we succeed in doing that, new investors will want to provide us with further capital to finance the growth of our business. But it is really important that we also get the right impact from our investments, both in terms of benefits to local communities, benefits to host governments, and improving access to energy. So, those are the obvious external benefits that we seek to achieve. But also, as a business, we need to have a team that is happy, that is growing, that is delivering good results. So there are some things that internally we need to do to measure our success. And I think at the moment we're very fortunate. We've got that combination of track record, a growing and successful team. We've got the right resources to finance the growth of the business, and we're dealing with new projects which I think in due course will be exciting for everybody.